Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, November 5th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 681 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Desperate, deranged dishonest evolves into dumb troll. Rap Lauren Boebert takes the Brandon thing to a new level in Trump meeting. January 6th defendant who said she's definitely not going to jail sentenced to prison. Conservative pundit reveals pretty darn simple reason for Glenn Youngkin victory. Officials were stumped after pilots reported seeing a jetpack in the air near Lax. Now, video shows it may have just been a human-shaped balloon. Jimmy Kimmel spots the awkward problem with Trump's latest desperate email. An act like this is unspeakable, to Iowa teens charged with killing high school Spanish teacher. Jimmy Kimmel unloads on Aaron Karen Rodgers for COVID vaccine lies. Schwarber, Pedersen decline options, become free agents. Study shows dramatic decline in effectiveness of all three COVID-19 vaccines over time. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Colts play Carson Wentz late in blowout, increasing chance they send first-round pick to Eagles, NBC Sports. These states and cities are offering to pay kids if they get vaccinated, CNN. Some companies and states are fighting Biden's employer vaccine mandate, but local efforts show mandates can work, CNN. The COP26 climate summit is drawing parallels to the disastrous Copenhagen meeting of 2009, CNBC. Desperate, deranged dishonest evolves into dumb troll, The Daily Beast. Idina Menzel reacts to the Wicked movie casting Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, News. Browns planning to release Odell Beckham Jr., New York Post. Asteroid the size of Eiffel Tower heading for Earth in December, The Jerusalem Post. Texas real estate agent who tweeted not going to jail after Capitol attack sentenced to 60 days, NBC News. Travis Scott, Mafia official audio, Travis Scott Vivo. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. How sexual assault survivors handle anxiety around pap smears. The U.S. invented solar but makes few panels. Senator Jon Ossoff wants to change that. This baking tool will put an end to your soggy bottoms. Working too hard, not sleeping enough, here's how it's hurting your looks. Republicans want parents to be angry, Democrats are trying to give them money. From saving face to Grey's Anatomy, Lin Chen is just going for it. Rep. Madison Cawthorn issues sinister warning to anyone opposing him. Rep. Lauren Boebert takes the Brandon thing to a new level in Trump meeting. Stephen Colbert turns Aaron Rodgers vaccine lie into an extremely dirty joke. California school district disciplines teacher for telling students Trump is still president. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Woman threatened, almost scammed out of $1,000. Man goes free after being cleared in 2004 murder. Woman convicted of killing mother finally arrested. Victim of Rhododendron remains in coma. Second woman charged with dumping body in KC. Homeless mom just wants a job that will pay bills. Cancer survivor, husband make music. Davenport, Iowa's truck-eating bridge strikes again. Woman launches cookie business from home. 3 firefighters among 8 hurt in apt building fire. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. In India, Diwali celebrations raise fears of third wave of infections. October jobs report will measure resiliency of economy from Delta wave. At COP26, youth want action, accountability as protesters rally. The best New York City marathon photos of the past 50 years. To build the metaverse, Meta first wants to build stores. Energy Department aims to slash cost of removing carbon from the air. What happens if the Supreme Court strikes down New York's gun law? A nuclear-powered shower, Russia tests a climate innovation. Israel is silencing Palestinian civil rights organizations. The Curious Tale of Mr. Kale. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Americans far from sold on Democrats' spending plans, polls show. James Madison could be barred from conferences postseason if it intends to bolt. California high school apologizes for 106-point football blowout, final score was unacceptable. Cozy, handheld chicken pot pie, try the recipe. Newt Gingrich, what GOP victories in Virginia and beyond tell us about the future? Let's go. Brandon irked the left, but liberals were celebrated for vulgar rhetoric during prior administration. Brother of victim in Henry Rugg's crash says tragedy doesn't feel real. Michigan's Whitmer signs bill ending tampon tax on women's health products. Indiana cleaning worker found dead in vacant medical office, report. Mansion confronted in D.C. by climate protesters, car blocked at parking garage, we want to live. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, November 5th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Tory poll lead plunges 5 points in the wake of Owen Paterson shambles. Halifax says typical UK home now worth $270k. England captain Owen Farrell tests positive for COVID ahead of Tonga clash. eBay sellers are taking advantage of supply crisis by buying up popular Christmas gifts. More than half of UK cabbies have quit since start of pandemic, industry chiefs warn. Kanye West admits he is still Trump supporter, slams Me Too in wild late-night interview. Ipso adjudication upheld against Mail Online article about Wayne Couzens. Vegetables are being left to rot in fields due to chronic crop picker and driver shortage. Inflation will hit Britons hard this winter and families will be almost 2% worse off by next year. Mansion owned by motorcycle racer Barry Sheen for sale for $2.25 million. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. China Xi Jinping, preparing for a third term, shuts the door on the past. A pill brings new hope in the global fight against COVID-19. COP26 live updates, Greta Thunberg to lead climate protests in Glasgow. Flash floods in Bosnia prompt evacuations, school closures. Suspected Islamic extremists kill 69 people in western Niger. Iran says has enriched over 210 kilograms of uranium to 20%. British stage and TV veteran Lionel Blair dies at 92. Real progress at the COP26 or blah, blah, blah. Canada riveted to a real-life succession, a family empire's internal war with billions at stake. Israel's ultra-Orthodox protest women's prayer at holy site. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Bank of England governor very sorry for rising inflation amid cost of living squeeze, Business Live. Beauty hacks, can coffee grounds give you better skin? How vaccine skeptical sheriff became a vocal proponent. California town declares itself a constitutional republic to buck COVID rules. 9 Ethiopian factions to form alliance against government. Death row inmates sue over Japan's brief notice of execution. Why telling a cop you have COVID in New Jersey could get you 10 years in prison. America's native grasslands are disappearing. I don't have a choice. Child care cost preventing U.S. women from returning to work. Critics say Biden's drugs are at odds with push for harm reduction policies. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. What other countries show us about America's gun violence epidemic. Secret FBI recordings show plotting of terror attacks by members of the base. Son and colleagues to eulogize soldier diplomat Colin Powell. Remains found thought to be German hiker missing since 1983. Explainer, what vaccine mandate means for firms and workers. Watch, Aurora Borealis lights up Alaska night sky. Watch, fall colors on display in Milwaukee. Ahmaud Arbery's mother very discouraged by makeup of nearly all-white jury. California nurse charged in death of inmate at county jail. Mexico announces its biggest seizure of pure fentanyl. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Africa's Week in Pictures, October 29, November 4, 2021. Air Quality Index, Delhi air turns toxic after Diwali fireworks. ABBA on new album Voyage, we don't need to prove anything. COP26, emissions of rich put climate goals at risk, study. Japan death row inmates sue over same-day executions. Inflation, global food prices hit fresh 10-year high, UN says. Niger, at least 69 killed in gun attack. Wish cycling, the do's and don'ts of being good at recycling. A journey from slum to Sydney, upended by the pandemic. How pop stars Ara Larson made a seven-figure sum on Roblox. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. U.S. mandates vaccines or tests for big companies. Arbery judge, appears to be discrimination. AP top stories November 5th. Fauci blasts Paul for virus origins accusation. I want more for my kids, why some want the nation's top rental assistance program to change. Federal government cancel contract with problematic vaccine manufacturer, live COVID-19 updates. Over 100 LA firefighters battle Koreatown blaze. Mexicans restore mangroves in face of climate change. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Smoke rises over Koreatown as blaze destroys karaoke lounge. Man arrested in Indiana, charged with killing woman on Hollywood Metro train. LAFD union says vaccine mandate could lead to public safety threat. Newsom and guards challenge vaccine mandates at prisons, warning of staff departures. Berkeley has bird's eye view of peregrine falcons' love triangle. LA won't immediately ticket businesses that violate strict vaccine mandate rules. Ginny Mancini dies, big band singer, LA philanthropist and widow of composer Henry Mancini. Garcetti says he has some fever and head cold symptoms following COVID-19 diagnosis. Column, a fight for Ridley Thomas is a fight for voting rights, call it the MLK strategy. Pursuit of stolen big rig ends in 5-hour standoff on 55 freeway in Santa Ana. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, November 5th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. China says it will hold supporters of Taiwan's independence criminally responsible for life. Japan death row inmates sue over same-day notification of execution. Chinese journalist jailed over COVID reporting is close to death, families say. Australian government refuses to join 40 nations phasing out coal, saying it won't wipe out industries. U.S. submarine commander fired after South China Sea crash. First albino to be sworn into Malawi's parliament, Ovastone Kondau won a by-election last month in central Malawi, a milestone in a county where people with albinism have suffered discrimination and killings. Almost half of journalists considering leaving Hong Kong, citing decline in press freedom, survey. Israel hasn't given us evidence linking Ngos to terror, Irish FM says. At least 69 dead in West Niger jihadist attack. China tells citizens to stock up on supplies, prompting panic buying and fears of war. Bangkok police arrest CEO of Thai medical glove company following CNN investigation. Pangolin trafficking, iceberg tip of Nigeria's illegal trade revealed. Gene common in South Asian people doubles risk of COVID death, study finds. Cancun tourists rush to shelter as armed gang storms beach at luxury hotel. The next headlines are from Forbes. Coca-Cola's body armor deal nets Kobe Bryant's estate $400 million. Bubba Watson gets candid about his mental health struggles. 2021 was the worst World Series ratings of all time, the game changer the MLB needs. Singapore billionaire brothers tap environment-friendly generators to power construction site. BTS agency high partners with crypto exchange operator to sell NFT photo cards. Call of Duty, Vanguard servers are now live. Patrick Brown vows to reverse global warming by eliminating animal agriculture by 2035. Ahead of civil trials start, Alex Rodriguez no longer faces racketeering, civil theft claims. Cruise look under the hood reveals real details on extensive efforts. Editor sidelines, November 2021, unconventional wisdom. The next headlines are from Nature.com. 50 years of the brain's sense of space. U.S. astronomy's 10-year plan is super ambitious. When are masks most useful? COVID cases offer hints. Carbon emissions rapidly rebounded following COVID pandemic dip. Dressed up tumor cells make up a personalized cancer vaccine. Maps reveal surprising details of Mongol's ancient capital. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,742,613,048 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Jorge Montielguer's Devil's Breath, a meditation on love, laws, and other drugs. Pluto film acquires a vanishing fog, set in the extraordinary and endangered Pramo of Sumapaz exclusive. Toxic masculinity takes center stage in Thessaloniki competition titled Pack of Sheep. Thessaloniki Film Festival's industry arm looks to boost talent in Greece and beyond. Love Hard review, swipe left on Netflix's digital age dating disaster. Germany's RTL Plus reveals content partnerships, promises AI-powered one app, all media experience. One Shot review, defending a high-security U.S. military base in Gimmicky single-take stunt. Tokyo selector Fujitsu Ryota talks Japanese animation, its past and future. George Clooney calls on Daily Mail to stop publishing pictures of celebrities' children. Travis Scott drops 2 new singles, Escape Plan and Mafia. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Hours after the White House issues its new vaccine mandate, GOP-led state sue. How does a country with no COVID reopen its borders? These places are finding out. Active duty police in major U.S. cities appear on purported Oath Keepers rosters. Voting rights activists say Democrats in Washington need to do their job. October job numbers were likely stronger. Why the future still looks uncertain. The 2020 vote and its aftermath have left many election workers beleaguered. Waiting on that holiday gift from your online cart, it might be stuck at a seaport. There's more demand for boosters than first shots of the COVID vaccine. Latinos find that darker skin hurts their chances of getting ahead, a study says. NBA launches investigation into Phoenix Suns owner after explosive ESPN report. The following headlines are from the week. Operatic disdain for white people is bad politics. Democrats face the gathering storm. Late-night hosts are less than shocked that Aaron Rodgers' NFL rejected homeopathic COVID immunization. Europe is back at the epicenter of COVID-19, WHO warns. In a idiocy, Italian official tells anti-vaxxers. Special counsel John Durham accuses a key Steele dossier source of lying to the FBI. 63-year-old college student is getting to live the dream by playing on golf team. Following allegations of racist and misogynistic behavior, NBA to investigate Phoenix Suns owner. GOP Rep Adam Kinzinger isn't ruling out a 2024 presidential run. Texas woman who said she wouldn't go to jail for Capitol riot sentenced to 60 days in prison. Gunman kills 69 people in volatile region of southwestern Niger. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Magnetic chamber can simulate microgravity, or Mars gravity, here on Earth. NASA is getting serious about the search for life in the universe. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, November 5th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Ceres and Aldebaran met in early November 2021. Aurora alert, CME impacting Earth. Photos of last night's auroras, wow. Uranus at opposition November 4th. Seasons of Uranus, a sideways world. Exoplanet lost its atmosphere in ancient impact. The next news is from Politico. COP26's key task, stamping out climate cheating. The strategists who made the Yunkin Republican. RNC names Duke Buchan new finance chair as Ricketts steps down. The most important election results you missed. The nation's cartoonists on the week in politics. Pelosi revs House Dem engines after season in the ditch. Democrats plea with Biden to get more assertive. The surprising strategy behind Youngkin's stunner. Cinemas raking in cash from MLMs, they want to kill our party's labor bill. The movement that almost changed the world. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Brisbane court hears refugees bribed, attacked captain before people smuggling boat sank. 8 people, 1 car, Jeremiah Rivers family living on hope, living on prayer. School return interrupted as COVID spreads among unvaccinated children. Port Adelaide legend Russell Ebert dies, age 72. Goodall Warney, still having trouble with his flipper. Australian cricket facing $100 McAsh crisis, report warns. We didn't realize how lucky we were, how the class of 2021 made it through. What is going on? Clinton's close aide on the sexting scandal that changed her life. Australian Newsel Hive, family of Cleo Smith ask for privacy, WA border to remain closed until state vaccination rate hits 90% double dose, Victoria records 1,343 new COVID-19 cases, 10 deaths. How I made my Ashes debut against my brother, playing for England. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Acting is acting. Some awards shows scrap Best Actor and Actress in favor of gender-neutral honors. New York City Mayor-elect Eric Adams says his first 3 paychecks will be in Bitcoin. Auto Trader, the 2022 Toyota Tundra goes big on power, with a hybrid version and giant grille. Futures movers, Goldman says the bullish case remains intact for oil, as commodity bounces off worst session since October. NerdWallet, is that holiday deal too good to be true? How to spot knockoffs and scams this year. Next Avenue, the 3 things the happiest retirees do with their finances. The moneyest, my husband bought a home with his brother for $350K, but stopped paying the mortgage in 2012. Now it's worth $700K. How should they split the proceeds? The Wall Street Journal, Boeing reaches $225 million settlement in shareholder lawsuit over 737 MAX safety. The Wall Street Journal, AT&T, Verizon to delay rollout of new 5G frequency over FAA's safety concerns. The Wall Street Journal, Powell spotted visiting White House on Thursday. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. UK considers new IP right for AI, outlaw, Pinsent Masons. Climate-saving inventions will lead to growth, says study, Cambridge Network. People in Action Business Chatter and Citaducks on business.com, Inside Tucson Business. IPs are relevant for tech startups, Hemant Shah on startups learning to protect, secure, and maximize their your story. 2CMI Technologies named 2021 R&D 100 Award, Eureka Alert. IND files PCT patent for rare cannabinoid treatment, Candid Chronicle. Study, China far outpacing US in worldwide robotics patents, NextGov. A university is not a patent machine, Innovation Origins. The next headlines are from Quartz. Protests dial up the heat at COP26. China is invoking a great American economist to warn against lagging productivity. Shipping giant Maersk's shift into air freight is undermining its green ambitions. India's $1.6 billion fund to clear the world's most toxic air has been a non-starter. The complete, searchable list of people and companies at COP26. What Reliance's new smartphone needs to break the Chinese brand's grip on India. Tesla's new Berlin factory is making Volkswagen CEO nervous. Saving Earth from overheating requires climate monitoring satellites. The Modi government's Diwali gift to furious Indians is lower fuel taxes. It's Amy, Nintendo. The following headlines are from TechDirt. King.com opposes Candy Crunch trademark application, from actual fruit varietal maker. Content moderation case study, Facebook struggles to correctly moderate the word ho, 2021. Data privacy is the price of the latest antitrust proposals. 7th Circuit says Riley doesn't apply to searches of parolees' phones. Internet Archive would like to know what the Association of American Publishers is hiding. Daily Deal, Writer Duet Screenwriting Pro Plan. Document freed by FOIA shows how much data the FBI can obtain from cell phone service providers. The GOP is mad because new FCC appointment Gigi Sohn actually defends broadband consumers. Nintendo's YouTube video for its Switch Online upgrade is its most hated video ever. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. WWE. Eternals. Jen Ryan. Mike White. Chris Pratt. Joe Budden. Salma Hayek. Tottenham. Europa League. Forza Horizon 5. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Dutch Supreme Court backs Russia over Yukos oligarchs in $57 billion arbitration case. Google employees push back against company's reported plans to help Pentagon. 5 champions in one day, female Russian stars strike gold on home territory at the European Short Course Swimming Championships. Poisonous smog hangs over Delhi after Diwali celebrations, photos. U.S. turns into battlefield for crypto innovation contest as NYC mayor wants to out Bitcoin mayor of Miami. GOP congresswoman mocks AOC's tax the rich dress, photos. MSNBC guest trashes Virginia's first black female lieutenant governor as mouthpiece for white supremacy. Rittenhouse trial witness says teen fired at exact moment when victim lunged towards his rifle. Watch climate activists accost Democrat Senator Manchin over Biden's bill. Violent clashes erupt as Mexico's National Guard confronts us-bound migrants, videos. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Global food prices hit fresh decade high in October. We came here to learn from you. First European Parliament delegation visits Taiwan. Senior Austrian defense official removed over ties to fugitive Wirecard executive. Italian Institute of Health drastically reduces its official COVID death toll number. Credit Suisse unveils promised reorg, cuts prime brokerage and pivot to catering to world's rich. The controlled demolition of the EU. Noam Chomsky goes off the deep end, proving that all socialism leads to tyranny. Texas builds makeshift border wall using shipping containers. Plans of a technocratic elite, the Great Reset is not a conspiracy theory. China tries to quash Taiwan war rumors online after citizens start stockpiling food and survival gear. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Yorkshire Cricket Club chairman resigns over Rafiq racism case. Who will protect people displaced by climate change? Climate change is an emergency for everyone, everywhere. Muslims barred from Friday prayer sites in India's Gurgaon. Can Sudan's military coup survive popular resistance? U.S. Justice Department sues Texas over new voting restrictions. More than 500 rights groups urge UN to stop Myanmar army offensives. All the trees have died, Iraqis face intensifying water crisis. What happened to defund the police? Sudan coup leader agrees with U.S. to speed up new government formation. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Crenshaw, proposal to pay illegal immigrants, vaccine mandates why Virginia went the way it did. Senator Blackburn, Democrats' amnesty invites endless cheap labor. Watch, climate change activists blockade Joe Manchin's car. GOP senators back amendment to ban dishonorable discharges for troops refusing vaccine. Confirmed, PR executive -1 in Durham indictment doxes Charles Dolan Jr. Scottish Justice Kavanaugh criticizes placing 2A rights at police discretion. Conservative transgender commentator Blair White, rape of VA girl politically inconvenient for left. Top Democrat super PAC tells party to shape up or face serious consequences. Desperate Biden personally calling Democrats, begging them to vote for his agenda amid mass dysfunction. Poll, political divides deepen on key issues leading up to 2022. The next headlines are from UPI News. Lottery ticket bought out of frustration earns $2.4 million jackpot. Firefighters help rescue trapped dog from sewer basin in Michigan. Watch, wildlife officers free entangled buck from badminton net. American Girl dolls, Risk, Sand inducted into Toy Hall of Fame. Look, animal rescuers tranquilize loose bison in New Jersey neighborhood. New Zealanders find 17-pound potato in feral vegetable garden. Watch, Hong Kong sisters amass collection of 3,388 lip balms. Watch, bear breaks into unlocked car in Colorado, poops in the backseat. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. To cut religious tension, Bangladesh is removing Islam as state religion, embracing original secular constitution. When negotiating, how tough should your first offer be? Scientists reveal what works best. Here's all the good news from the COP26 Global Climate Summit thus far. The sous chef brings indigenous food back to the forefront of American diets. A new species of human ancestor was just named Homo bodonsis, a direct line from Africa to modern man. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, November 5th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Yes, a literal truck heist over GPUs did just happen. Police, Bridgeport mail carrier robbed of rubber bands at gunpoint. Police, Colorado man set home ablaze clearing cobwebs with blowtorch. Doug the potato could be the world's biggest. Moose loose in Saskatoon, Canada elementary school. A man under house arrest in Italy showed up at a police barracks asking to be put behind bars because life with his wife at home was unbearable. Judge says there appears to be intentional discrimination in Arbery jury selection, but allows trial to move forward with one black juror. Doug the ugly New Zealand potato could be world's biggest. Photos show the lineup of private jets that the world's elite, including Jeff Bezos, took to the UN's climate conference in Scotland. Indiana City offers stand-in grandparents to new residents. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Why are people with nothing to hide so scared of Clearview AI's facial recognition? Google bends the knee to South Korea, allows third-party in-app payments. Consumers see through woke washing, but real change is possible for brands. Who the F word is the $6,099 M1 Max MacBook Pro for? Twitter knows. Where the good them are the bikes at COP26. Tidal and Tesla's is great, but we need more music streaming apps. Right now, start 2022 as a certified cybersecurity expert thanks to this pre-Black Friday deal. Hide the pain, Herald, study shows memes help ease pandemic stress. U.S. bill proposal aims to get drug-loving Americans into Fs. Move over Python, Rust is the highest paid programming language of 2021. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Nerves may be key to blocking abnormal bone growth in tissue. Physicists discover novel quantum effect in bilayer graphene. Autonomous driving, saving millions in test kilometers. Study finds fish rubbing up against their predators, sharks. Creating solar cells and glass from wood, or 1 billion tons of bio-waste. ROS inhibitors for use in fighting more cancers. Scientists discover how mitochondria import antioxidants. New climate pledges, if fulfilled, now significantly more likely to prevent worst of global warming. Scanning a single protein, one amino acid at a time. New insights into how the infant microbiome impacts early childhood behavior in boys and girls. The next headlines are from Information Week. Cloud may see more AI, face increased geopolitical friction. How AI can help your organization stay a step ahead of cyber attackers. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, November 5th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA SpaceX Crew 2 to discuss station mission, upcoming splashdown. NASA statement on Artemis lunar lander court decision. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. How to grow your small business with a mobile app. Salt City Best Fest VIP sponsor, doTERRA. The triple team, Jordan Clarkson enters a flow state, Jazz center stop the Hawks pick and roll. Clarkson scores 30, Mitchell lets Jazz rout Hawks 116-98. Utah running Utes overwhelm Westminster in exhibition. Without Donovan Mitchell available due to ankle injury, Jordan Clarkson steps up and carries offensive load. Election update, Zoltansky to become Sandy's first female mayor, results flip in Midvale. Utah reports more than 2,000 new coronavirus cases for second day in row. Thursday update, here are the latest vote totals in Salt Lake County cities. Utah's primary children's hospital delaying surgeries, procedures amid high patient volume. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Intel's Alder Lake reviewed, 12th Gen Core processors bring fight back to AMD. Red Hat forced to hire cheaper, less senior engineers amid budget freeze. COVID-19 virus does not infect human brain cells, study suggests. A startup says it applied to trademark Meta before Facebook. LA Jetpack Man was probably a balloon. Incoming New York Mayor Eric Adams vows to take first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin. Australia's Great Barrier Reef will survive if warming kept to 1.5 degrees. Binance says it's trying to hunt down the Squid Game crypto token scammers. Google Cloud goes deep into financial services with $1 billion CME deal. Pamela McCordick, historian of artificial intelligence, dies at 80. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. St. Louis High School weighs removing books with graphic images, language. The Muni announces 2022 season. I'm Satan's son, St. Louis County prosecutor convicts man of rape, assault. Spire warning customers about potential shutdown in December. Metro East homeless shelter unveils complete makeover. Landlord speaks out after 5 kids killed in East St. Louis apartment fire. SLPS superintendent touts 97% employee vaccination rate following anti-vax protest. Legionnaire's disease case at Missouri Mental Health Center. I-70 killer, St. Charles police meet with task force to try and crack cold case. Peak activity for southern Torres meteor shower tonight and tomorrow. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Now hiring, San Diego Unified searches for superintendent, offers incentives for open roles. Lucky Dog, new off-leash park in University Heights could open by next summer. Big bets and big hats, Breeders' Cup excitement built as famed event returns to Del Mar. San Diego researchers developing new COVID vaccine. Tips sought in Pacific Beach at Andron that left woman with serious injuries. We believe that she is alive, Larry Millit's lawyer on Maya's disappearance. We are committed to them for life, sister of missing Chula Vista mom files for guardianship of 3 Millit children. Police identify man killed in Spring Valley shooting. 2 dead after gunman opened fire near Ritzy, Kenken area resort. Team search for missing 83-year-old woman in rural North County. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Australia receives 4 more F-35 fighter jets. Russia's Navy might get 2 new nuclear submarines in 2022. Egypt in talks with Ukraine to buy high-precision rocket systems. U.S. Army tests next-generation round for Abrams tank. U.S. military tests astonishing array of new technology at Yuma Proving Ground. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. The rise of Manner coffee. China's 4th Delta spike spreads to 19 regions, test COVID-0 policy. China's leading LGBTQ advocacy group deletes social media accounts, appears to be in jeopardy. Who is the real Wang Yuning? The wild, wonderful, and very queer world of Chinese radio dramas. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, November 5th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Dave Chappelle kicks off tour in San Francisco amid controversy. San Francisco officer arrested in connection to robbery at San Mateo Rite Aid. Earthquake rattles East Bay. San Francisco's Walk to End Alzheimer's returns in person. Supervisor Wilma Chan's death puts spotlight on traffic concerns in Alameda. Chronic peeping Tom wearing Halloween mask found on freeway in Pittsburgh. Mother with biracial daughter accused of human trafficking on Southwest flight. Dodgers congratulate tremendous competitor Buster Posey on retirement. Officers followed procedures when they took Henry Ruggs III home after his release from jail, police says. 3 people hospitalized following to alarm house fire in San Jose. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Bosnian doctors brace for new wave as virus rages in region. Honda lowers profit, vehicle sales forecast over chip crunch. NBA, firm will probe Suns after report of racism, misogyny. Taylor, ground game help Colts find easy path past Jets. I just don't think that's okay, Naperville panel chili tour to downtown diners paint job. COVID-19 cases among Illinois youngsters spiking. Witnesses, first shooting victim threatened to kill Rittenhouse. McHenry man dies in apartment fire. Schaumburg police mourn death of veteran officer after cancer fight. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Amelarina Gonzalez concedes Seattle mayoral race, Bruce Harrell headed to victory. Mayor Durkin expands unlimited transit program to include Seattle middle school students. The Kraken are vying to become Seattle's next beloved sports franchise. Here are 3 things all Kraken fans should know. Looking to buy a vehicle, you'll want to avoid these highest depreciating cars, trucks in Seattle. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for tropical cyclone Ighteen, E21, population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for tropical cyclone 1 to 21, population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo. Drought is ongoing in South Sudan. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Bangladesh, Bhutan, China, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Italy, Romania, Serbia, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in China, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Cameroon, Nigeria. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, November 5th in the Greenwich Mean Time time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Cold night ahead as the sky clears. Oscar-winning filmmaker Chloe Zhao jumps into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Eternals. Houston mom accused of abandoning 3 kids with son's corpse to face judge on Friday. Teen with special needs who died in Harris County Jail donated his organs. Kankan shooting, 2 killed in confrontation between rival drug dealers near Hyatt Ziva Riviera Hotel. New mobile air quality monitor to increase air pollution data for Harris County. National figures spar over black reparations in ABC 13 debate. Family fights for justice and change after 17-year-old Dickinson girl is killed in hit and run. What you need to know about the new federal COVID-19 vaccine rules. High rate of suicide among young, African-American boys, data shows. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Tigray, other groups form alliance against Ethiopian leader. Hamas guardian law keeps Gaza woman from studying abroad. First Indonesian migrant workers to arrive still need to pay recruitment costs, Mole. Jones wide receiver role expand to starter for Raiders. Undisputed, Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Plant fight for rare honor. Cowboys Prescott puts calf issue to rest, set for Broncos. Golden Knights acquisition of Eichel brings more questions. Week 10 preview, lopsided Bama LSU, Hartman for Heisman. Champ Elliott, NASCAR star goes for second Cup championship. After Virginia, GOP amplifies debate over race and education. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra extra, how many gallons of milk do people drink a week? Critics say Eric Adams lacks a big idea, maybe New Yorkers don't want one. Black activist targeted in military-style NYPD siege files federal lawsuit. This year's Rockefeller Christmas tree sacrifices from Maryland. Eligible NYC kids can snag $100 incentive for getting COVID vaccine at city-run and school sites. Celebrate the holidays with Kiki and Herb in Brooklyn. Early edition, avocados, no longer cool or sustainable, are normie food now. U.S. Supreme Court mulls overturning New York's concealed carry gun law. Canadian renewable hydropower is heading to New York City. A Grubhub guide to East Village eating. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. At COP26, EBRD launches plan to mobilize private capital for climate finance. In Glasgow, Indigenous people pound the table for their rights. By 2030, half world's population will be exposed to flooding, storms, tsunamis. Zimbabwe's high-risk cross-border trade. World food prices reach highest level in more than a decade. UN Food Systems Summit, breakthrough or missed opportunity? Energy Day at COP26, voices call out for an end to use of coal, gas and oil. COVID-19, Europe and Central Asia, epicenter of new rise. UN experts call for protection of trafficked workers from Vietnam and Saudi Arabia. Ordinary Afghans broken, warns UN Migration Agency chief. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Shocker, Pentagon review finds no misconduct or legal violations in Kabul drone strike that killed children. San Francisco mandating COVID vax for all 5 to 11-year-olds to access businesses. Congress made crucial change to vaccine definition weeks before COVID-19. Noam Chomsky goes off the deep end, proving that all socialism leads to tyranny. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Photos, tiny house in wealthy Boston suburb sells for $315,000. New grand jury seated as Trump criminal probe continues. Analyst who aided Trump Russia dossier charged with lying. Biden administration sues Texas over new voting restrictions. QAnon believers went to Dealey Plaza expecting arrival of deceased JFK Jr. Soldier surprises younger sis with homecoming at Georgia IHOP. Did a Hopi Indian chief write a lockdown-era message about resistance? Tiger King Joe Exotic says he has aggressive cancer. American Girl dolls, risk, sand make it to Toy Hall of Fame. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Biden botches Virginia election history. Japan continues to use vaccines, not ivermectin, to fight COVID-19. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. The best heated blankets, because it's chilly out there. MAGA's new shock jock is a bounty hunter with a troubled past. Please stop pretending that Pete Davidson isn't hot. Why Dakota Johnson's cancel culture comments spoke volumes. So you think you found aliens, now what? Glenn Youngkin is Donald Trump dressed up as Jeb Bush. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry want to play politics, but will they win? Colin Powell was the epitome of America's promise. Is Eternals really the worst Marvel movie ever, or are we just tired? The next headlines are from the New York Post. Freddie Freeman may love Atlanta, but there's a path for him to end up a Yankee. Jets' Josh Johnson enters Colin tough spot, didn't miss a beat. Knicks' Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker get tough matchup versus Drew Holiday. USC official accused of taking bribes to plead guilty in Varsity Blues scandal. Jets' Marcus May exits with Achilles injury, it does not look good. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Flying into June's Ring of Fire eclipse. The sky this week. Mercury meets Mars. Ask Astro. Does dark energy create the voids between galaxy clusters? How does China's hypersonic glide vehicle work? Looking for galaxies in all the wrong places. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. David Pogue in his quest to make scientific achievements relatable. HPV vaccine cuts cervical cancer rate by 87%. Millions facing winter weather conditions. Rising ocean waters threaten tribal lands. Biden pushes the importance of vaccine mandates in Illinois. Social media and its effects on youth development and mental health. Apple update allows health data sharing with doctors and loved ones. How the California Medical Board allows doctors with repeated misconduct to continue practicing. FDA advisory panel endorses booster dose of Moderna COVID-19 vaccine for seniors, high-risk adults. Why parents should wait for FDA authorization to vaccinate children. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Florida murder cold case from 1996 solved with used beer cans and DNA evidence. 37 unruly airline passengers referred to FBI for criminal prosecution, FAA says. Who's who of NY Democratic politicos jet to Puerto Rico for Somos conference. 60-day sentence for Capitol stormer with blonde hair, white skin, a great job, who was definitely not going to jail. Sand inducted into Toy Hall of Fame, alongside American Girl dolls in Risk. High school banned student fans from hockey game after female goalie is taunted. Russian analyst involved with Steele dossier charged with lying to FBI. Cartel shootout on Cancun resort beach, leave 2 dead, police say. NYC Mayor-elect Eric Adams says he will take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin. Hochul names New York SM, Robert Rodriguez as next Secretary of State. The following headlines are from military.com. No relief in sight for military family moves snarled by pandemic. Department of Defense rolls out pediatric COVID-19 vaccine to military hospitals. Navy fires 2 top officers of submarine damaged in collision. What converting from the Air Force to Space Force means for one JROTC unit. Republican senators want to bar dishonorable discharges for troops who refuse vaccine. China's advice to stockpile sparks speculation of Taiwan war. Iran marks anniversary of 1979 takeover of U.S. embassy. Putin urges development of new hypersonic missiles, lasers. Battleship just misses out on Toy Hall of Fame, but risk is in. FBI releases declassified documents on September 11 attacks. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Kyle Rittenhouse case, the shooting, the arrest and the fallout as his trial continues in Kenosha. Chicago's Christmas tree in Millennium Park, where it comes from and when the lighting ceremony takes place. Timeline, the Chicago Blackhawks video coach scandal, and what's happened next. School officials cancel classes November 12 to promote COVID-19 vaccination for students. Girl, 16, and man, 19, shot near Chicago Vocational on South Side. Students, officials dismayed after Nixon Elementary playground burned during suspicious blaze in Hermosa. Cook County guns and ammo tax, struck down by Illinois Supreme Court, is back on the books for now after Thursday board vote. Videographer tells jury that Rosenbaum lunged for Rittenhouse gun and missed before shooting. I wasn't expecting that from a school environment, wearing a hijab for the first time this fall, Lyle student says she was shocked by an aide's comments. Daylight Saving Time 2021, why it began, where it exists and how it saved one Chicago man's life. The following headlines are from phys.org. Infection with a fungus decreases the heat and cold tolerance of insects, influences insect behavior, study finds. France orders poultry lockdown due to bird flu risk. Workers digging gas pipes in Peru find 2,000-year-old gravesite. Beijing shuts roads, playgrounds amid heavy smog after coal spike. Restoring Mexico's mangroves can shield shores, store carbon. SARS-CoV-2 variant detected in dogs and cats with suspected myocarditis. NASA could bring astronauts home from space station before replacements arrive. NASA to deflect asteroid in test of planetary defense. Hubble images colorful planetary nebula ringed by hazy halo. How cells correctly choose active genes. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, November 5th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Animals of the forest floor. The mad genius stereotype, fact or merely fiction? 5 inventions that changed the world. 5 fierce warrior cultures. The creepy feeling in the uncanny valley. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. AP Week in Pictures, Europe and Africa. Train strikes Eritrean migrants, killing 1, on French coast. Yorkshire chairman resigns over Rifi cricket racism case. Ex-prosecutor in Korea wins opposition presidential ticket. Scott Hamilton and friends skating event to battle cancer. Starbucks holiday cups were once a flashpoint in a war on Christmas, now they're a meme. Dutch court upholds part of Russian appeal in Yugo's case. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Bridge, November 5, 2021. Surrogacy procedure in Ukraine Victoria Vita. Horoscopes November 5, 2021, Tatum O'Neal, put your energy where it counts, then proceed. Word Game, November 5, 2021. Ask Amy, I apologized for how we retaliated, but she still wants to punish us. Harriet Cole, he takes secret pictures of me. Miss Manners, the photos she took at the funeral were horrifying. Pam Sauter shows how to create your dream lifestyle. Dear Abby, I was mortified by the pastor's public prayer for me. SFPD officer arrested on suspicion of robbing San Mateo drugstore. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Nancy Pelosi plans Friday votes on infrastructure, reconciliation. Senate Republicans blast Biden over dishonorable discharges for unvaccinated troops. Justice Department sues Texas, says state's overhaul of voting laws violates Civil Rights Act. Liberty University agrees to independent sex assault probe, advocates claim. CIS records bolster Fordham University rape cover-up lawsuit, attorney claims. Biden's administrative state launches war on America. Climate study seeking to cancel conservative media ripped on right. Inside the Beltway, Democratic Party image weakens. Ron DeSantis Brandon administration wisecrack takes off. January 6 detainee Chris Worrell to be released from D.C. jail. The next headlines are from The Intercept. If Biden wants to build back better, he should look to Obama's mistakes. No accountability in the military probe of Kabul drone strike, but intelligence failures laid bare. U.S. absolves drone killers and persecutes whistleblowers. House Democrats back off targeting billionaire tax schemes and swap in new nicotine levy. The U.S. Treasury is buying private app data to target and investigate people. Secret Israeli document offers no proof to justify terror label for Palestinian groups. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, November 5, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 1 killed, 16-year-old among 11 others wounded in citywide shootings Thursday. Chicago's Christmas tree lighting ceremony returns to in-person event, with concert and fireworks. Horoscope for Friday, November 5, 2021. Chicago police officer charged with involuntary manslaughter in fatal shooting of her husband, also an officer. CPS cancels all classes November 12 for Vaccine Awareness Day. 2-year-old shot and killed in Harvey. American Girl dolls, Risk and Sand make it to the Toy Hall of Fame. Palace Intrigue episode 193, Bears are getting ready for Monday night. Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande to star in Wicked movie. City official lays out stark disparities between Lincoln Park, southeast side where scrap metal shredder wants to open. The next headlines are from the Times of India. BJP MP's car smashed during farmers' protest in Haryana. Virat Kohli should have quit T20I captaincy after WC. BJP behind people bursting firecrackers in Delhi. A gene could be increasing COVID risk in South Asians. Aryan Khan reads The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. T20 WC Hive, NZ off to a solid start versus Namibia. Soraya Vanchi is high on style, show and action thrills. Drugs case, Aryan Khan appears before NCB. 10 important things to check before you buy an air purifier. This decade belongs to Uttarakhand, PM in Kedarnath. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, November 5, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Things to do, the best things to eat and drink in Houston this weekend. Texans and Dolphins in battle of 1-7 train wrecks on Sunday. Preview, A Christmas Carol at Alley Theater. Things to do, read A Life in Focus by Graham Nash. Best bets the week of November 4th to 10th, 2021. 5 ridiculous complaints people make about kids on Halloween. Things to do, enjoy a different kind of requiem with Houston Chamber Choir. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this fall 2021. Things to do, Sam Turner and the Cactus Cats, Neon Boots Dance Hall and Saloon, November 6, 2021. 4 essential things for the Astros in a post-Korea world. The next headlines are about world records making news. G. Skilltron Z5 DDR5 memory sets 8704 MHz world record, Kit Guru. Queen's War Service helps monarch set remarkable world record. She's the only one, Express. 2021 European Short Course Championships, Day 4 Prelims Live Recap, Swim. Novak Djokovic surpasses Roger Federer to achieve major world record at Paris Masters, Republic World. Vast veggie, huge New Zealand potato weighing 7.9 kilograms could claim world record, The Guardian. Alberta Museum earns 5 Guinness World Records with dinosaur skeleton collection, CBC. Depotsap 2021, Ayodhya lights 9 lakh diyas, sets world record, Deccan Herald. Matthew Clay, world record holder, 2 Open Chart Leisure Centre Chart and Ilminster News, Recap Guinness World Records, lie detectors, and a cocktail party confrontation on The Bachelorette Australia, TV Black Box. TV ratings November 4, 2021, The Bachelorette sets a new world record, Media Week. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. New York's incoming mayor wants to be paid in Bitcoin, at least temporarily. Peloton stumbles and pulls out a popular excuse, it's partly Apple's fault. The DJI Mavic 3 looks like the new enthusiast drone to beat. Apple TV Plus series Dr. Brain goes deep with the help of some very weird science. Backbone, once popular gaming controller, now supports Android, but barely. This new Scream featurette has all of the teases. Obi-Wan Kenobi's Kumail Nanjiani explains the toughest part of making the show. These Stranger Things toys are scary for the wrong reason. Verizon and AT&T agree to temporarily delay 5G expansion over FAA concerns. Binance is now investigating the Squid Game crypto scam. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Sitiki in Swaziland at 129.38 degrees Fahrenheit or 54.1 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 72.76 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 58.2 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. The sea shanty recording is an oral representation of extreme storm data. 7 good deals on fitness tech from this week's early Black Friday sales. Apple's Federighi delivers dramatic speech on dangers of sideloading. New astronomy roadmap calls for huge, broad-spectrum space telescope. Big name publishers see NFTs as a big part of gaming's future. Blue Origin suffers grave setback as judge dismisses lawsuit against NASA. 1,000-year-old Peruvian mask's red paint contains human blood, study finds. Smartmatic sues own, Newsmax overclaims it rigged voting machines for Biden. Snipping tool not working in Windows 11, an expired certificate is to blame. Report, COVID-positive Aaron Rodgers told NFL he was immunized with homeopathy. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Mike Lindell still hopes Supreme Court will hear case this month, and he's a maybe on martial law. You win. MAGA rioter Jenna Ryan melts down on Twitter after being sentenced to prison. Watch, Rudy Giuliani insists it's not my job to investigate election fraud claims before making them. Trump inflates his assets like he's pumping up a bicycle tire, and he could soon completely unspool, biographer. Dog receives COVID vaccine waiver as TV station investigates Tennessee doctor's shady website. New Jersey Republican complains about premature reports of his losing gubernatorial election. NY prosecutors' new Trump org probe looking at shady golf club membership fees, report. MAGA rioters used fluorescent news to send a message that they wanted to kill, historian. Potentially much more serious, CNN legal analyst breaks down new probe into Trump organization. Trump-loving Florida congressional candidate is a convicted felon who's not eligible to hold office, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Carbon is my thing, a climate geek aims to erase his footprint. The GOP weaponized education in this election. Here's how school boards run by Democrats survived. Who goes crypto? More than 30,000 Kaiser Permanente workers just announced they'll strike this month. Judge OK's racist jury selection in trial over Ahmaud Arbery's killing. The man who called BS on Uber. Or the ultra-conservative Mama Bear's Yunkin secret weapon? The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Faber launches Yes Sci-Fi Prize with publishing contracts for winners, the bookseller. Astro 2020 prioritizes extraterrestrial life, diversity in astronomy, Newswise. Opinion Elon Musk is building a sci-fi world, and the rest of us are trapped in it, the New York Times. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Early adversity and development, parsing heterogeneity and identifying pathways of risk and resilience. American Journal of Psychiatry, MJ Psychiatry. Announcing the Allen Institute for Neural Dynamics, a new neuroscience division of the Allen Institute, NBC Right Now. The Well-Traveled Path, Dr. Jenny Yu on returning to travel, Lonely Planet Travel News. Transcranial direct current stimulation in yoga for functional movement disorders, DocWire News. Michelle Monge, MD, PhD, named MacArthur Genius for Neurology Today, LWW Journals. Aptenics, APTX, gains 4.22% on strong volume November 3, equities.com. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, November 5, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, November 5, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.